So here we are at the Super Gore Master level, and this is the only master level I'm going to be doing for this video walkthrough series, since it's the only master level with an official, master level, official Ultra Nightmare difficulty setting. So this part, I like to use the chain shield to get rid of the lost souls there, and then I use the micro missiles. Really easy to hit those lost souls. I like to kind of kill these zombies with the grenade, get rid of the revenant with lock on. And I had a lot of mechanical glitches in this video. Here's the first one coming soon. So I like using primary charger micro missiles here, but the game said nope. Yep, that put me in an awkward position. I knew I had to push in here. Yeah, I really like using micro missiles for this part. It's really good against the Cyberdemon, and I love using the grenades too. It just melts them, and it's just I want to show love and the potential, power of the micro missiles. But yeah, this game decided to troll me for some reason, and now I'm in an awkward position because my health and armor wasn't really as ideal as it should have been, and I knew I had to get that sentinel armor ASAP. Get rid of these cackle demons with the arbalest, pretty standard fare. So now I'm making my way to the sentinel armor. My lock-on glitched out there again. So yeah, this video, what is it? This was actually my second attempt, mainly because I got really unlucky. On my very first attempt, I died during the escape section, and I actually will show you that clip at the end of this video. So basically, my first my first attempt, it didn't feel as glitchy, but my god, this video, I bumped into so many mechanical glitches. I feel this is probably the very first time where I witnessed so many of these glitches while playing this level. But then again, it's Doom Eternal. If you play the game long enough, there's a lot of bugs, and sometimes these bugs can get you killed. And so right here, I definitely like to get rid of that Dread Knight right where he spawned. Every time the Hell Knight starts spawning, it's very good to get rid of the Dread Knight ASAP. He's the most threatening heavy demon during that Hell Knight wave. And generally when the Hell Knight spawns, that means the Dread Knight will spawn in that location nearby the pipe. And Hell Knights are really not that threatening when you have all of your stuff here. You got so many different options to kill them. So I actually liked it how that Revenant was in the stagger formation. I wanted Blood Punch back. I personally think this fight isn't too bad. It's pretty simple. This fight really feels kind of like a warm-up for the later fights in this level. I really think the hardest fights in this level is, they're really those fights where you're in a very closed arena. There's a bunch of dudes just trying to swarm at you, the Cyberdemon room with all the carcass, or the cackle demon with all the mecha zombies. I really feel those are the hard fights for this level, and I will show you how to take care of them. So yeah, this fight pretty much a warm-up. And I remember I couldn't one of the problems with this master level is sometimes the game will kind of despawn the fodder when you kill all the heavy demons. And sometimes I think yeah, that's basically it. Sometimes when you kill all the heavy demons, you're trying to look for that fodder, but then sometimes you can't find that fodder and then it's completely despawned. And that's what just happened to me right here. I wasn't in the best ammo situation here, so this was a bit awkward. And just go up in here, try to trigger the Dread Knight to get rid of them. I had to chainsaw those tentacles. It's really tedious when you're just trying to look for that fodder and you can't find it. And I actually had another moment where before like the Cyberdemon in the carcass room, I actually didn't realize that I killed like that one last fodder, and I didn't really have like the best ammo for that fight, and it kind of forced me to use a BFG, which I didn't want to do. So this buff totem room, it's actually really simple here. I really think this is probably one of the easiest fights here, and I really recommend players to just try to like take it slow in this section, mainly because like the carcasses, like there are so many of them, and it just they kind of punish you for playing like really aggressively. So I like to kind of like camp up in here, take top control, and just use like my grenade launcher, my plasma gun, arbalist, and just try to like, you know, take them step by step. And the main reason why I don't play aggressively here is because, like I said, the carcasses and like those tentacles down there. Like sometimes you get so caught up in the combat, and then you kind of like accidentally bump into the tentacles, and they just make the fights even worse because, you know, they could like stun lock you a little bit. And yeah, it's not really that fun to deal with tentacles and carcasses in like a very close range, you know, formation. So I decided to just try to take it from a distance here. Destroyer blade is also really good here, but I personally prefer the plasma gun. You know, plasma gun's my baby, so I really love using heat blast. Chain shield is also really good, like what I'm doing right there. Yeah, see, this is what I mean, man. Sometimes like the carcasses, they could just get really annoying with the shield spam. Eventually I got them. Oh, that was frustrating. Another moment where like I wanted ammo so badly, and then yeah. The game despawns my fodder. There's that one tentacle right there that will spawn when you get the sentinel armor. So this next fight, I know a lot of people like struggle with this fight. I personally didn't find this fight to be too difficult, even on my first playthrough, and I eventually found a really good strategy that simply make this fight like a lot stressful than it needs to be. On my first attempt, I actually made one big mistake here, and I will eventually tell you what happened as, you know, we watched through this video. So get rid of all of like these mecha zombies here. Basically, the invisible whiplashes, they will spawn after you kill like a certain amount of mecha zombies, and I'm pretty much right where at their spawning location. See, right when they spawn, I pretty much blood punch, use my shield, and for this last whiplash, make sure you try to see her and then freeze bomb her. That's the big problem that I didn't do in my first attempt. I actually I actually forgot to do that, and it put me in like the weirdest position to fight the Marauder, and I actually lost like my saving throw here. It was so bad, and it was extremely sloppy. You know, for this video, this was, I mean, for like my second attempt right here, this was so much smoother. And by the way, I actually died on my first attempt because of like the escape sequence. I got really unlucky, and I will like leave that clip at the end of this video if you want to see like how I died while recording for my first attempt. But yeah, my first attempt, it wasn't really too like clean. This one was way more clean. I actually did not lose my saving throw at all while recording, you know, for the second attempt. And I think I played a lot better, even though I kind of like screwed up certain parts, but I always like managed to clutch it up. So I was just trying to like check for any ammo before I go to the next fight. So this fight, I personally like to use the BFG here for like the Cybermancubus wave and all the pain elementals. I just don't want to rely on blood punch, you know, because we all know how great, you know, how great blood punch is when it comes to its consistency. So just use a BFG, get rid of all the Cybermancs and the pain elementals, and get rid of the Cacodemons with the Arbalist. So this part actually kind of caught me off guard here. I actually thought I killed every Cackle Demon, but right here. I noticed there's a Cackle Demon right there, and that really caught me off guard. And I decided to play a little bit defensively, because, you know, Cackle Demon there. Like I said, this is why you really don't want to, like, underestimate Cackle Demons. I know some people think, like, they're not that threatening once you have all, like, your upgrades, but they can be. Like, you know, they have great mobility, and their bite is, like, the scariest thing ever. It does a lot of damage. And sometimes they can just sneak up on you at, like, the wrong time. And it just, you know, puts you in a weird position. So right here, you know, since I didn't kill that Cackle Demon, I couldn't really be as aggressive as I wanted to for the Barons. It's okay. Like, what is it? Like what I said in my Icon of Sin video, it's all about kind of like repositioning yourself. Just to get yourself out of like sticky situations. And that's what I did here. So I did make a mistake at not chainsawing the last fodder here before I fight the Cyberdemon room with all like the carcasses. But this is kind of like the problem with this fight. Like sometimes I can't really tell, like, you know, how many fodders there are. I should have chainsawed that like soldier right there. Yep, I should have just chainsawed that guy. And I believe this was the last imp. And yeah, see right here I kind of realized, oh crap, I forgot to chainsaw. And definitely take advantage of that BFG secret ammo. Definitely useful. I decided to take a water break here, needed some water. So I did some editing just to cut all of that stuff out and get to the good part. And now we're going to continue to the first really scary fight of this map. So this fight I had to use a BFG. I was getting a little bit unlucky with the carcass spawns. Like that's kind of like the problem with this fight. Like it is luck dependent, depending like where the carcass will spawn. Sometimes like they'll just spawn near you and they start meleeing you like crazy, and there's nothing you could do about it other than like, you know, whip out that BFG just to kind of like get out of those sticky situations. And then sometimes you won't have that issue. And ammo is really important in this part too, which I did not really have the ammo because I forgot to chainsaw. So yep, right here I was like, oh screw this, I'm just gonna BFG because I noticed I didn't have any ammo. And another thing is it's really hard to like find fodder in this room. And check this glitch out here. Look at that, I whipped out my super shotgun, but for some reason the game thought I still was using my crucible. That was really infuriating right there. I couldn't believe that happened. That was really weird. And I never had that glitch too. Like that was my very first time I've seen that glitch. Like I don't know why, like on my second attempt there was so many like weird glitches I was getting. And it's kind of funny that I got all of this recorded. So yeah, generally when I'm done with that room I like to go back and try to like get whatever stuff I'm missing and get that extra crucible ammo in this area here. You know, this is very like classic Doom like mentality right here, just trying to like go back and take advantage of like the items that you can still use, you know. So yeah, nothing too interesting for this part so far. Now I'm making my way back. Alright, so the buff totem room. I like this room. This is such a fun room here. And I really don't think this room is too difficult. Especially like, what is it? Once you kind of know like how the triggers work here, it's really simple. So you can pretty much use whatever you want here. Use whatever weapon with lots of like AoE damage, the grenade launcher, destroyer blade, or sometimes I use heat blast too because I love it. You know, I love my heat blast. Can't help it. Oh yeah, look at that. That's just lovely. So I got rid of the, what is it, buff totem there. Make sure you chainsaw the gargoyle, like one gargoyle before you leave this buff totem room. And here's like a strategy I recommend you to do. You see that chainsaw field right there? Just wait for your first pip to be completely regenerated, and then take advantage of this one. So you have 2 pips, and there's another pip, another like chainsaw field when you come down. So you have 3 chainsaw pips, and you could chainsaw an arachnotron if things get really sticky during this Marauder fight. This Marauder fight can be a little tricky, mainly because of like how closed like the arena is, and like the little lightning. That thing can also hurt you. And that's what I did. I decided to chainsaw the arachnotron. Since I was forced to use a BFG in that one Cyberdemon in carcass room, I pretty much had to, like, you know, handle this fight without using the BFG, because I really want to conserve it for like the Archvile fight at the near end, just in case like I get really unlucky with the Archvile spawns. So this fight I pretty much will show you how to beat it without using a BFG. It's very possible to beat this fight without needing a BFG. Get rid of the, what is it, Doom Hunter, and you have to get rid of that Dread Knight. Try to get really aggressive on him. I got a little unlucky with the gargoyle there, but I'm still okay. And get rid of that Cybermancubus. And right now you want to save that blood punch for like all the specters. And right here I'm getting a little bit like ganged up here. I mean, this is just how this fight is at times. There's so much stuff going on. I'm using my shield for safety. I found a really good stack of gargoyles there. Decided to kill them. Got all my stack back. And right now I'm trying to get rid of the specters. They're the top priority here because they could like block you. There's a lot of them. And there it is. That was a nice blood punch I did here. The shield is your best friend for this section, by the way. And there it is. You see I'm pretty much in under control for this fight. Oh my god, I don't know why my Gore kill didn't work. I would have been really upset if I lost all of my armor and all of that stuff. So there it is, back to like full health and armor. Alright, so this part, what is it? Here's like the second time where my primary micro missiles, my primary charger micro missiles glitched out again. This is a really like good technique you could do right here. Yeah, there it is. It glitched out and I got really infuriated again. I was like, come on, dude. The second time. You know, I really love using primary charger micro missiles. They're actually one of my favorite like weapons in Eternal. And the fact that, what is it, I had that happen to me twice in this video, it was super frustrating. But yeah, generally, you're supposed to kind of like use the primary charger micro missiles and just kill that Cyberdemon. You could combo it with like the grenades too. And then I used the Crucible to get rid of the second Cyberdemon. It really makes this fight super, super easy. Alright, Pain Elemental, just use the good old Arbalest. And oh yeah, I almost forgot. I've actually like changed my cosmetics here. I decided to change it up compared to like what you guys saw in like the base camping video. Yeah, this is what I like to do for this fight. It really makes this fight super simple. Just kind of camp in here, abuse the chain shield, and abuse the grenade launcher. Like any range weapons, really. And there's a BFG ammo here. So I pretty much skipped the Sentinel armor for like this section here. So I really don't think it's worth it because all those tentacles, they're just pretty annoying to deal with. And the next fight, like, there's a lot of zombies, so you could just get your armor back really like easily and conveniently. So it's not really needed to get that Sentinel armor.
not what we can do for you.
50% of power has been restored. The second control terminal still requires activation to destroy the nest.
When you kill these zombies, 2 specters are gonna spawn in, and when you kill these 2 specters, 2 Cyberdemon are gonna spawn in.
Find an alternate route.
Really simple to take these guys out, just kind of like grenade, blood punch. There it is. Blood punch fail. Those are always terrible. I can't wait for like the new blood punch, you know, update. I want to see like how smooth it's gonna be, man. I've had so many blood punch fails in like, what is it, my time playing this game, and I've almost gotten killed while like doing it too. Like, it's always stupid. So yeah, this fight, I generally just kind of like using the grenade launcher, kind of camp around this area, and I'm trying to like save my freeze bomb and my chain shield for the Menkabus. Right there. See? Use it to kind of like protect from all the damage that you're getting here, because you have to get aggressive and get rid of that buff totem. And make sure you chainsaw. Always chainsaw in this area before what is it? Before you go to the next big arena. I personally think that what they did with that arena is really cool. And here it is. Easy Arachnotrons. My lock-on rockets decided to glitch out here. See, I couldn't lock on to this Arachnotron, and I was getting really impatient, and this put me in a very awkward position again. And what I wanted to do is get rid of those 2 Arachnotrons ASAP, and then get rid of the Pain Elemental by using the Arbalist. But since the lock-on rockets was kind of glitching out, this put me in a weird position, and I also wanted to show off my primary charger micro missile strategy. It wasn't really as clean as I wanted it to be because of like the lock-on glitch. Like, if that, what is it, if my lock-on rockets actually worked there, this would have looked so much cleaner, and it would make this fight look super like easy and a breeze through. But like I said at the beginning of this video, I just bumped into so many like mechanical glitches. And it was just really irritating because it just put me in very awkward positions, and I have to like improvise. I decided to get rid of this Menkabus. I didn't get like the really good freeze bomb use out of there. Like, I wanted to freeze both of those Mankabai, but regular Menkabus, in my opinion, is a lot more threatening than the Cyber Menkabus. So I got rid of the regular Menkabus first. Luckily my grenade actually worked there, because I needed to get rid of the Cyber Menkabus there. What I like to do for this fight is like, when it comes to like the Revenants, I really like to just abuse the lock-on rockets. Just try to like do it step by step. I will eventually show you what I mean here. When I first played this fight here, I actually thought this fight was completely glitched, because I was like, why are they constantly respawning? And then I kind of realized we're supposed to like spawn in like the Revenants. I mean, spawn in the Archvile in that Revenant area. I remember I was trying to meat hook right there, and it didn't work. The good thing about this fight is like there's a lot of fodder, so you could really get your stack back super easily. You could also use like the chain shield if you need to like minimize the damage that you're taking from all like the imps and the soldiers. I don't know if the soldiers are called possessed soldiers like in Doom 2016, because, you know, in Doom Eternal the word possessed is a completely different meaning compared to what I mean, in Doom Eternal the word possessed is a completely different meaning than what in 2016. I got a big stack right here. Look at this. Look at all my armor regeneration. Whew. That was perfect, and now I'm ready to push, because you generally want to like push to the Archvile spot with like good health, good armor, and good ammo. So what I like to do here is I kind of like to wait it out for him to do his little fire animation, and then I kind of like dodge it out there. I prefer to use the lock-on freeze bomb trick here to get rid of them. I don't think the Crucible is really consistent. You know, it can totally glitch out. And when you do the freeze bomb, be very careful with how you throw it. You could sometimes like not take advantage of it. I got a blood punch glitch here, and this was really awkward. This was super awkward. This strategy I'm using, like the blood punch with grenade chain shield combo, it destroys those 2 revenants. But yep, blood punch glitched out again. What do you know? Can't believe how glitchy like this video was there. But yeah, I still managed to beat it without losing my saving throw, so that's that. Alright, so my health and armor wasn't too great. Decided to take advantage of the sentinel armor. But check this out. I eventually kind of lose all this health and armor because of the buffed Mancubus. I think it was kind of my fault, and I'll tell you what happened. So I tried to get ammo for the tentacles. I mean, from the tentacles. Just take it slow here. And I really did not want to use like a grenade and chain shield here, so I got a little greedy. And look at that, see? I should have like let my shield get back out. I should have like, let the shield come out just to falter the Mancubus. And that really pissed me off, so I decided to put on saving throw here. Just to be safe here, because I really think this room is one of the scariest rooms ever. So you really want to try to like do what I'm doing here. Get rid of that carcass. Get the thing here. Camp right here. You need to get rid of 1 Cacodemon, and then it spawns in the buff totem. I highly recommend you to use the what do you call that? I highly recommend you to use the ballista to get rid of the Cacodemons. Mainly because I used to use the grenade launcher in that situation, but I actually did die, you know, while like testing like the strategies, the consistency of the strategy, and I found out like the grenade launcher just wasn't really as effective compared to the ballista. And the ballista, like, you don't have to like force yourself to get out of like position to destroy the buff totem. So with the ballista, you could kill the Cacodemon faster, and you could also kill the buff totem much faster. So it was really better to use the ballista. And I decided to put back my speed boost rune. And let me tell you something, it felt so awkward not being able to have that speed boost after like chainsawing. It felt really awkward. I literally cannot play without that rune, so yeah, I'm spoiled. So for this part, I just abused like the arbalist here and like rocket launcher, grenades. And then I just drop down and I kind of like use my freeze bomb and look for the other remaining whiplashes. Oh yeah, I actually missed this whiplash here. Yep, this was a bit weird. I was like, what the hell? I thought I killed you. I couldn't tell. Chainsaw for the ammo. Alright, so from here, this is pretty much a breather. This whole like power up fight, you know, this was just kind of like, I think id Software did this just like for fun, really. And I like it. It's kind of like a nice breather from all like the intense fights that this map has offered. So yeah, I don't really think there's much to like say here. Although for the quad damage part, I will try to like tell you what I do. I do kind of have like a certain thought process. Generally, you should be able to kill all those guys with your berserk. Once you get the quad damage, I like to use the grenade launcher and the chain shield. Mainly because I want to save ballista ammo for like the 2 Marauder fights upcoming. And the chain shield is for damage protection. Unfortunately, it didn't really protect me as well as I thought here. It's kind of random. Sometimes you might like leave this fight without taking damage. Sometimes you might not. And sometimes you might be able to chainsaw something, and then sometimes you won't. But you have that mega health there for backup. Alright, so, oh yeah, I was trying to get chainsaw. So here it is, the 2 Marauder fights here. This is a pretty fun fight. And I really recommend you to do what I do here. Yeah, from here I just put on saving throw, you know, just in case you get unlucky. I've had gotten killed here before just because of like some really unlucky moment. Basically, the Marauder, he spawned like a dog, and right when I tried to like meat hook above him, his axe managed to hit me and his dog hit me, and then like the other Marauder started to kind of like gangbang me, and then I was stuck in the corner and I just got completely melted. Yeah, and I was basically doing like what I'm doing right here. Just try to SSG ballista the Marauder and then kind of like back off. I mean, kind of like jump towards them with the meat hook when my little radiation suit meter gets too low. Like, I think this is like how you're supposed to like fight it. I've gotten really good success. Like, I pretty much like, other than that one rare moment where like I got stuck and got like completely I can't talk right now. Completely destroyed by the Marauders. I've gotten really good success by just playing like this here. You see? And by the way, the radiation actually does like more damage to you than normal. I personally think that was kind of cheap what they did, but whatever. I guess they wanted to try to like, you know, make it more stressful. I highly recommend you to save your flame belch for the next what is it, like the next small encounter, because there's a lot of zombies there and you could just basically use it to farm armor much faster and you don't have to wait for it to regenerate. I like using lock-on rockets, and here it is. Use the flame belch, get all that armor back, abuse the lock-on on the Cyberdemon. Oh my god, that zombie, he blocked with my thing. Easiest Cyberdemon ever. Alright, so the one last big fight here. So this first wave is really simple. It's just like, I think it's just like 4 arachnotrons. I pretty much just do like the same thing every time here, and it works. Oh my god. Yeah, like, you know, arachnotrons are really not that threatening. After the arachnotrons, you do have to bump into the revenants here. The revenants are a little bit scarier, because sometimes they aimbot you with the missiles. And once you get rid of like the revenants, that's where like the buff totem happens, and I think 4 Cyberdemons or 3 Cyberdemons that you gotta fight. I was trying to get my stack back here. That's a good strategy right there. It's really good to try to get your stack back. Like, try to have a good stack before you go to like the buff totem part. I remember this was awkward here. I actually thought I killed that revenant right there, and I was like, whoa, 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 I didn't kill him. That was really weird. And this part right here, like, what is it? Like this little jump. I don't know what to call it. Like this little terrain or this little cliff right here. It's kind of glitchy. And I tried jumping on it right here. You see, I couldn't like jump on it. And this put me in a weird position because you really want to try to get rid of the buff totem ASAP and then try to do as much damage to the Cyberdemon. But since I was kind of slow, this didn't really go how it should have went. And I decided to just play this real slow here. My health and armor kind of wasn't too optimal. Yeah, you see? I only got like 138 health. The carcasses are starting to get pretty annoying. I decided just to kind of like take it slow. And this is what you do when you're taking it slow here. Just try to like abuse all like the long range weapons. Abuse like the explosive weapons. You can use like the chain shield as your moving around the arena to protect yourself from any like random like projectile attacks coming towards you. I've actually had like a moment where like what is it? I've had a moment where like one time like I couldn't find like any imps, and I felt like I was fighting like nothing but carcasses and cyberdemons. If that does like happen to you, try to kill like the carcasses. Maybe like the game is reaching like at its demon limit. So if you kill the carcasses, maybe it'll start spawning like some of the imps. Because you definitely need the imps for like the fodder. I mean, you need imps for like the chainsawing and all that stuff, because how are you gonna get ammo? Oh my god, look at that, no target. Like I said, so many mechanical glitches in this video. And I think I still have one more left to show. So this was good right here. I actually like it when the Cyberdemon kind of groups up like that. Just use whatever like AoE weapon that you have. I decided to get real aggressive on these carcasses because I kind of want the stack. And it was totally worth it. I'm in pretty good like health and armor conditions. And I feel like fighting. Oh yeah, my lock-on was kind of glitching out there again. Jesus. I don't know if they purposely make like the lock-on rockets to be glitchy like that, as like, you know, kind of like a flaw or like a con when you know you compare it to like remote detonation, but it's really ridiculous. Like, I personally wish they fixed that, but I highly doubt they'll ever do it. I don't think they're gonna fix like every like glitch or issues of Doom Eternal, but the new chainsaw and new blood punch is definitely a welcoming addition. I can't wait to try it out, you know, when Tag 2 comes out, or the new update. So yeah, I kind of recommend you to play it like this, you know. If you can't really get too aggressive on the Cyberdemons, you can always just try to like take it slow with all like your range weapons, or use any weapons with like massive amount of area of effect. And I generally like to spawn like I like to save the freeze bomb right here to get rid of the archvile, and I like to use the unmaker. I find the unmaker to be better at getting rid of like the archviles, because I think they stealth patched like the BFG, like particularly for this map, because I feel like the BFG doesn't do as much damage to the archvile compared to like the base camping or in the Ancient Gods campaign, because it really does feel weaker to me. That's why I kind of prefer to use the unmaker here. I had to use the BFG because like what is it, the other archvile spawned. I mean, he teleported away, and another thing is like I kind of accidentally bumped into like the teleporter. Like, that can totally happen because, like, you know, you're in the heat of combat, so many things can happen, and it does kind of suck when that happens, because the unmaker is really good like at close range. That's where it really does a lot of damage. So, you know, the archvile, he has his like boys, but I'm kind of not too worried because I got my lock-on rockets, and I was ready for, you know, taking him out. So this was funny. I had a brain fart right here. I didn't know like what kind of weapon I should have used, and I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna use the BFG here. I got one extra BFG, and I just kind of want to finish this fight. Alright, so I think this was the last glitch right here. So there it is, glory kill. Didn't work. That really irritated me right there. Oh my god. That was like the last annoying glitch of this video. And I decided just to kill him the old-fashioned way. Arbalist to the head. And yeah, from here it should be pretty easy. You know, it's just a bunch of imps. These, what is it? The escape sequence, I personally think it's easy most of the time, although, you know, I've actually died twice, now, when it comes to, like, you know, my Ultra Nightmare, attempts. And yeah, like it does kind of happen at times. Like sometimes you might get unlucky and like you might get stuck by the Cyberdemon. You'll see what I mean once I show you like my death from my first attempt for recording this video. But yeah, I've beaten like, you know, Super Gore Nest master levels so many times on Ultra Nightmare, and I generally have really good success at like kind of escaping that part. So, you know, like I don't know how many times I've beaten it or completed like, you know, Deathless Nightmare or Ultra Nightmare when it comes to doing this master level, but my success rate is much higher than like my fail rate when it comes to like the escape sequence. And I'll show you what I do here. So yep, we're just trying to do like the usual stuff. Get all this, what is it? Just activate like all these switches. And here we go. Let's go, get to the chopper. So if you need armor, use these imps, stack them up, use a grenade launcher. I recommend you to try to get rid of this, what is it, Mancubus? You don't have to, but I kind of like getting rid of them, just for safety. So I could, you know, conveniently kill all these zombies. So this is what I do. Whip out the chain shield. And right there, I got really lucky there because, you know, I've actually had enough entrance to kind of like push towards the Cyberdemon, unlike the first attempt, which I actually got stuck. And I tried my best to get out, but I couldn't. I don't know like if it's worth crucibling the Cyberdemon, because I feel like if you crucible the Cyberdemon, you risk yourself of what is it, getting that Marauder like right in front of you. And yeah, this is pretty much how you beat Super Gore Nest master level on Ultra Nightmare. And there it is, and I will see you guys in the next video.